Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my winter hair care routine, which isn't very far from my usual hair care routine. So, as usual, I'm going to pre-poo my hair with an oil and some water, which is going to help to soften up my hair and make the finger detangling process go much easier. I do prefer finger detangling during the winter months because I feel like my hair is so much more fragile and vulnerable to breakage. So this just ensures that I'm not putting too much stress on my hair. And I also find that I preserve a lot more length this way through finger detangling and doing a pre-poo before I wash my hair. I'm using coconut oil this time because I love how thick and rich it is. And yeah, it just helps the finger detangling process go faster. And I don't have to worry too much about my hair becoming overly stripped once I start to wash it with shampoo. I try to be really thorough and physically look for any spots that need to be detangled and just keep going and feeling through my hair with my fingers and gently removing any knots as I go. I try to focus the product on the ends and kind of smooth it upwards from there just to make sure that it's as evenly coated as possible. Over the years, I've learned that the more dry your hair is and the more dry your environment is, the more your hair is prone to knots and tangles. So I highly recommend pre-pooing your hair before you wash it, especially if you have very kinky hair that's prone to being extremely dry. I think it's a great first step. Another tip is don't forget to really get in at your roots and try to detangle them as well. I know it can seem like you are ripping or pulling at your hair like I'm doing here. It's actually not painful or doesn't feel uncomfortable at all, but I've noticed that my hair does tend to knot up a lot at the roots. So I've made a point over the years to really make sure that I reach for my roots and kind of gently pull the hair apart and make sure that the tangles are being brought down to the ends and I'm removing any shed hair in the process as well. Comment below if there's anything specific that you do to your hair during the winter, because I feel like my hair routine is very similar to what I usually do during the rest of the year, except during the winter I just really focus on different parts of my hair. Like I focus more on my ends. I make sure that I'm really focusing on detangling my hair thoroughly. I make sure that I'm like doing a pre-poo every single week, stuff like that. But I just want to know if there's like anything out of the ordinary that you would do during the winter. I did not realize how heavy-handed I was being during this part of recording this video, but I was definitely not feeling any pain from pulling my hair that hard, but it did look quite painful. Giving myself a little bit of a scalp massage, which is really nice to help loosen up any buildup or to just stimulate a little bit of blood flow before we start the wash process. And I'm just going to finish up with this section and twist it up. Normally I would cover my hair with a plastic cap and leave that on for about 20 minutes to allow the oil to penetrate and loosen any dirt and to just soften my hair, but lately I've just been jumping straight to the shower after I finish this process to speed things up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get on with this wash day. So this next section is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to be shampooing my hair with Long & Luxe shampoo by As I Am Naturally. And yeah, I'm shampooing in sections. I decided to come out of the shower for some reason to show you guys. And that's about it. I've rinsed my hair and as you can see, it's looking pretty wet and a little bit shrunken, but it is feeling really nice and I'm ready to go ahead with the deep conditioning process. I'm going to be using the Mael Organics Mongongo Hydrating Conditioner, which is almost done and I'm really sad, but I hope it lasts me the whole duration of this deep conditioning process. I've come to really love this hydrating conditioner because it has so much slip and it is very hydrating. To make this process go faster, I just coat my twists with the conditioner. Two keywords that I look for in a deep conditioner specifically for the winter are hydration and moisture. Those two elements are super important because, as we all know, the cold, dry air from the winter is going to cause the moisture from our hair to completely evaporate. So giving it that really intense boost of moisture each week with a deep conditioner, I find really does help to kind of supplement everything else that I'm doing, and it's just a nice step to add after you've washed your hair, to get in a deep conditioner that has really great ingredients that will help to penetrate your strands and add that moisture content back to your hair, in addition to adding moisture as you go on to style your hair. To make deep conditioning more effective, I like to cover my hair with a plastic bag. You can use heat as well, or you can just keep the bag on for about 30 minutes or so. I like to follow the lock method during the winter. I find that if I do this diligently enough, my hair stays nice and moisturized. So I'll start off by applying a leave-in conditioner. Secondly, I'll apply a sealing oil, and finally I like to apply a thick cream that will really help to lock everything in. Do you follow the lock method? If not, what do you do instead? I'm curious to know if there are other moisturizing techniques that people use that are just as effective. So here's a close-up of the kinkiest part of my hair that I just went through with those 3 steps: leave-in, oil, and cream. It feels very moisturized. So I'm just going to finish off with this last section and follow all of the steps that I mentioned previously. I hope you guys found this useful. These are all the steps that I would take in my typical wash day routine, but I follow them very carefully during the winter and try to really focus on keeping my hair hydrated and moisturized as best as possible, and wearing it in protective styles like this also helps to make sure that it's not getting too out of control. Let me know if there's any other videos that you'd like to see, and I'll work on getting those to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video as well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.